Are we live?
Yep.
Oh, and we're back.
Here we are.
We really did it. It's time.
Gotta wait for 30 seconds for the chat room to fill up.
Yeah, we got the chatty chat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what was that?
Oh, it's Mini Pac-Man.
We're playing Pac-Man. Look at that. We're playing. Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's
The first time I saw that, like I went over somebody's house because we never owned one. And they're like, "We got Atari Pac-Man." I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to play actual Pac-Man at home." And then, no, what is this?
I pre-ordered it. I went and picked it up, rode my bike to go pick it up, and then rode my bike back home and plugged it in and was just like, oh, no.
What is this?
I've wasted all my money.
And then continued to play it for another 24 hours without stopping.
24 hours, you're hoping it gets good at some point.
Yeah.
It never did.
No.
We used to add up the quarters we saved, so that way when we got to the payoff point, we felt pretty good about it.
There you go. We're saving money with this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what the deal was.
Making money.
Like, it couldn't have been hard to make an actual Pac-Man game. There must have been a rights issue or something. Like, maybe they didn't.
At that point, just Atari had given up.
Yeah.
They really weren't trying very hard anymore.
I saw a documentary about it, and apparently, like, it was exactly like every other Silicon Valley startup. It was just like cocaine everywhere, and
of course,
parties in the evenings. And,
it was one dude that hit the jackpot with his Pong thing in bars. He put all the little tabletops in bars and raked it in.
Yeah.
I think one of the Atari guys went on to form Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, 100%. I was just going to say that. The very same guy eventually formed Chuck E. Cheese, which I just read an article.
Yeah, I saw this. I didn't pull it.
That they're bringing it back for adults.
Yeah, they're going to do like David Buster's.
Oh. Yeah, they're opening adult arcades. Chuck E. Cheese with the band and everything.
I think they got the idea from all the fist fights that keep happening, so there's going to probably be like a, Thunderdome. There should be,
I hope it is.
I hope it is. You can just fight people over it.
Yeah, the skee ball tickets will buy you ammo.
Yeah.
Or baseball bats.
Yeah, various weaponry and ammo. Charles N. Cheese.
N. Cheese, yes.
I thought it was E.
Yeah, we had a showbiz, which was like even creepier and weirder.
Yeah, I remember Showbiz. Showbiz was before.
Showbiz. Never set foot in one. Yeah. We didn't have them in the Metro Detroit area, as far as I knew.
I was dying to go to that place, man.
The Jug Band, Billy Bob or Billy.
Yeah, now people have those in their basement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's where they came from originally.
that Rock-afire Explosion is that band made of that old.
That's right. Yeah.
Goofy Bear Jug Band-ery.
Yeah, eventually they merged, and something like they retrofitted one of the other's animals into the other one, so they used the same robots, but they had like a
Nightmare at Freddy's, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I don't know why anybody ever thought that was fun. But so we'll see how this goes today. We're a little light on material. I mean, not super light. I mean, every time I say this, we come in on time, but also we don't got to go an hour. It just ends up being that long.
Right.
Hey, we're going to give the people what they paid for, and that is whatever we decide, I guess.
That's right, which is nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how it goes, but I mean, a lot of this stuff we can riff on because, like, the politics news. Usually, I have to apologize for doing politics. This week, I don't because all the air got sucked out of the room by that stupid bill they were working on. And
it just got passed.
There. Yeah, it sucks.
Big.
Anyway. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Which means right now, DC Reagan National Airport in DC is completely full of Congress people getting hammered at the one bar.
Yeah.
Right outside the Delta terminal. But
going out and flying planes because they're short of pilots. So
yeah, exactly. They're all trying to get home for the 4th of July. But here, let me let's see. Where's my stupid screen thing? Here, let's hold this up. All right, there, I got it. Let's start with this.
Fireworks needlessly destroy fingers, hands, and lives every year. Doctors say. Good job, doctors.
Why are we watching a zebra run while we're talking about this?
I don't know. Yeah, that's the video we got.
It is like a zebra ate your hand when you lose it to a firecracker.
It's exactly like that. You're right. So I was talking about this in the context of, like throughout the week, I do various radio spots here and there. And I pulled this one up today based on a question that came up yesterday, which was we were doing a different fireworks article, which we'll get to in a second. But the question is like, do you think hospitals staff up for the 4th of July? And yeah, they do actually.
I believe it.
Yeah, because especially the hand docs, because they're like, it's like the worst day of the year. They hate it.
Yeah, it's like fire departments on Thanksgiving with all the dipshits and their deep fried turkey.
Speaking of dipshits, here's the friend of mine sent me this picture of his
God
hand.
Damn it.
There you go.
That's my friend's hand after he lit off a bunch of bottle rockets in a jar.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Is he holding the jar?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look.
Yeah. You got to aim them somehow, man.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. So,
speaking of fireworks things, years ago there was this video of a kid.
Of a zebra?
No, not with a zebra. No, not that time anyway. And it wasn't. It was just like before YouTube, like when people would mail them to each other. And I don't know where my copy is, but it was basically, it's the usual, like the kid puts the bottle rocket in his butt and they light it, and sparks will land on his ass, and then he clenches, and when it lights, it doesn't release, and so it just basically burns his ass, and he's screaming the whole time. Then it explodes, and I'm like, I was thinking about this.
Ass is taint. There's a lot of frying going on down there.
I mean, that's got to be bad. And so I was trying to figure out, like, I lost my copy of this, and I was telling my kids about it. And I was like, oh, man, we got to go find that. So I punched it. I went to YouTube and punched in bottle rocket let out of your ass, and there are thousands.
Of course there are.
There are thousands of those videos.
Yeah.
I can't find the one I liked.
Those are only the people that posted their videos up on YouTube. There's millions more.
Yeah. Of people that didn't take video or never got posted. Yeah. I mean, like one of our best fireworks accidents was like nobody got hurt much. Was it a dumbass thing where like, so our problem is like in Kentucky, we were really close to Indiana and Tennessee, and Dill's in Indiana. Neither of those states have had any reasonable fireworks laws forever. And so even when things were illegal, you could just go buy like literally like stadium fireworks at a gas station.
Yes.
No problem. And so people did. And you always have this one guy, or if you're lucky, like in my neighborhood, we got 3 of them that, basically like spends like $5,000 on commercial fireworks. Yeah. Lights them out of an old like Quaker Oat can, like while he's holding it, right in the middle of the street. And it's always those low detonations are always the best, and it's like, it went off 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah. We're all going to die.
Yeah. So one of the times we were doing that, and we had a bunch of bottle rockets. He'd bought like 1,000 bottle rockets, and it was taking forever to light them all because, one at a time. So we started lighting them off like the whole pack, like the pack of 12, like at once. And so we'll do one of those, another one. Well, turns out not all of them are quality. And we had one that kind of lifted off, and then it came right back down and landed in the pile of the rest of the fireworks. and they all went
nice.
off. I mean, it was just everywhere, man. It was insane.
Yeah. I have a buddy that he did the bottle rocket out of his butthole routine inside on stage in a very small theater in a show I was hosting.
Was it a Great White concert?
It was amazing. No, it was a show that me and another dude hosted.
Did he know what was going to happen?
No, but in the audience, it was a thrilling time to be in a tiny black box theater.
Yeah. That sounds dangerous. But so anyway, the article that I had pulled. Oh, by the way, so here's a weird little tidbit from this article. This is very long. Here's a weird little tidbit. Apparently, they said if you have a fireworks accident, so they said if you cut your finger off, you can bring it to the hospital and they can probably reattach it. No guarantees, but we can probably get that thing back on.
Put something there.
They said if you blow your finger off, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
we can put that back on.
Blown
just
away
put your
flesh.
finger on ice and throw it in the garbage.
Just keep it on ice. We can't fix it. Speaking of fingers, let's proceed.
Zebras!
Yeah, we're talking about blowing our fingers off the fireworks.
You're talking about boners?
Yeah.
No, definitely not that.
Boner fingers.
Blowing our fingers off.
Blowing our fingers off on the 4th of July.
Yes, it's close.
As we do.
Doctors,
Are you guys going to be doing that?
Doctors say, Christine, that
doctors.
fireworks needlessly destroy fingers, hands, and lives.
Yeah.
There are times where they needfully do those things.
Okay, but what does a zebra have to do with anything?
Hey,
what we got?
We've already asked that question.
You should have seen it.
Okay.
They decided to have a zebra on the article because I don't know. They want us to do
that. The news has been doing that lately.
Yeah.
They've been having unrelated videos.
Yeah, they're trying to keep you on. They want to show you something else. So you're like, oh, I want to watch the zebra. even though I'm here to read about people blowing their fingers off. They did have this is what it looks like in the
look
next.
at that.
Yeah, don't do this, kids.
That was a guy's head at one point.
His neck, his
little jaw is all undone.
Yeah, it's a bad day for that guy. But anyway, so they said if you blow your fingers off, you can bring him in, but they're like, we probably
you can bring him in, put him on the wall.
Yeah, they're like, we probably can't do
the wall of shame.
Yeah, the wall of shame. Just put him in the finger bucket over there.
Or the July. The bucket full of idiots.
They did say that almost everybody who goes to the ER for fireworks problems is male. Like almost all of them.
What?
Very rarely.
I'm completely shocked.
I know, right?
Shocked.
Ooh, what a guess.
Speaking of being a female, how was the grocery store, Christine?
Yeah.
It wasn't the grocery store. It was.
What did you tell me you were doing? Let's see here. Oh, this store. So it wasn't groceries.
What was it?
It was just Academy.
Oh,
Academy.
I don't know what that is.
And
sports.
outdoors.
You had to get your sports gear for the weekend.
I'm going golfing, and I have gained some weight. So some of the short shirts that I had were a little inappropriate.
That will only improve your game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
So I had
it's
to
the
get
golf course.
Yeah.
I have to be appropriately dressed. Plus,
Why?
it's the
Are you
casino.
with work?
No, but the golf course has rules. Come on.
Gross. Oh, you're going to a country club?
You live in Texas.
No nudity.
rules. Yeah.
I'm going to Louisiana. There's even fewer rules, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah, you just bring your Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
And the halter top.
Pinch the tail and suck the head. That's the only rule.
The only rule for Louisiana. Right.
Yay. Okay.
So anyway,
that's what I should.
Let's move on to this is the article I was referencing earlier.
Are fireworks legal in Florida for the 4th of July? Buying them and when you can set them off. Why are we discussing this?
Well, it was weird. So I was like, first of all, I was like, Florida has fireworks laws. Who knew?
Why?
You must set them off on the 4th of July.
Yes, you must. Actually, they say one of the questions is, can you set them off on the 5th of July? And the answer is no, because the 5th of July is over. But they did say there was a weird thing. So are they legal? Do they allow like there's all these laws that like basically nobody follows any of these. How old do you have to be? How late at night? You got to stop before. Can your HOA stop you? I mean, technically, but what are they going to do? Can I do the leftover the next day? Okay, now this is the one that I got. Can I set them off the next day?
Legally, no, unless you sign an agricultural fish hatchery exemption. You're going to have to save them for New Year's.
What?
All right. The fish hatcheries, every time there's a announcement, a gender announcement.
Yeah, that's true. So Captain Orr's got the first one. This is correct. I was about to explain that, but he got it. So that's why, to scare them off from eating the fish. Oh, okay. Well, that actually makes sense because I knew supposedly it was to scare birds off from the crops for whatever they grow in Florida. But yeah.
What is a yipe?
A yipe?
It says kaboom, yipe? Or
yipe is an expression that you say like, yipe!
Oh, yeah, it's what your dog
yipe.
Yeah, that's your dog yiping. Yipe, 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 yipe.
Yeah. Can you be arrested? Unlikely.
It's unlikely. This is Florida.
Yeah, they don't do it.
We're busy throwing people into little cages.
Exactly. So yeah. Actually, speaking of which, that's a great segue.
Great segue. Fact check: is the U.S. using planes for deportations to throw people in the ocean?
Oh my God!
Yes.
Are they?
Jesus Christ!
I saw this on TikTok.
Rough.
Yeah. Starting to worry about this.
Oh my God.
This dictatorship thing is even more real all the time. Yeah, so this was a question I didn't have until it came up. I was like, well, now I'm kind of wondering. The article basically says, well, we don't think so.
we don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, but there were pictures of bodies washing up on the shore.
You can get that on AI anytime.
Yeah.
Shut up. No.
Here's all the places we sent them.
I feel like we shouldn't be giving this administration any additional ideas.
Yeah. No, really, yeah.
I don't think they watch this show.
No, they probably don't. Or read.
Yeah.
Or read.
True. They can see the pictures, though.
I like how this map of everywhere we've sent deported people to jails is like every country. Like they just named this. It's all of them. Like nobody's exempt. Well, maybe Guyana. It seems like they got left out. But other than Guyana, we've sent people.
Wow.
Yeah, they're setting up a camp down there.
Yeah, they're probably building it as we
Kool-Aid
speak.
camp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's already one there. Might as well just use it.
I know.
So there's no proof that we are throwing people out of planes into the ocean. No proof.
But there's no proof that we're not.
Thank you, sharks.
Yes, exactly. No proof that we're not.
There's just some loose handcuffs floating around.
Yeah,
there might
Shackles.
be stuff, but there's no proof.
Yeah, I got. Oh, this is interesting too. So let me do this out of order because this is a better segue into the next story here.
Square groupers, beachgoer finds 25 kilos of cocaine on a Florida beach.
Yeah, it's cocaine party on the beach.
Yeah, I like the
fireworks.
Packages with Yosemite Sam on them.
Yeah,
back off.
Yeah, I guess they're implying if you use this cocaine, you'll turn into Yosemite Sam. That's my guess.
Is that a courtesy cocaine straw laying there?
It is.
Probably.
It's a marker for scale.
As I understand it, the cops usually open one of them up and they all just have a big blast and then they take the picture.
Yeah,
that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
That marker's got cocaine on it.
That marker's made out of cocaine.
Yeah, probably so. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, that's how it goes. Let's see. They got anything else in here? Let's see. I
got a bear.
Why?
There's a bear in a pool. I don't know.
That's why the zebra was running away.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did the beachgoer call the police and just not like? What is the market value of this? I'm just asking.
$500,000 supposedly. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it seems like you could.
How much?
500 grand. It said it was 25.
That's insane.
Kilos.
It's got to be way more than that.
It's like 50 something pounds, right? 2.2. Can't do that.
It's got to be in the millions.
With the import taxes, it's going to be a lot.
I don't know. Do they tax found treasure? Can they tax that?
Yeah, actually, this is actually
way.
true. You are supposed to report profits from selling illegal drugs to the IRS.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think
Cool.
but
that's amazing.
Yeah,
you're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
Got him.
If you do it, you get what you get, man. That's all I got to say about that.
That's how I get it.
Speaking of, this is the funniest thing I read all the way right here.
Italy finds a $16 billion loophole to hit Trump's 5% defense spending pledge. A bridge to Sicily.
Yeah. So actually, goddamn brilliant. So here's the background. So Trump has been mad about the fact that every country in NATO is supposed to spend 5% of its defense budget into NATO to keep it running, and nobody has for years. And we just kind of let that fly, I guess, because how are you going to make them do it? And so finally, almost every country, I think except for Spain, because Spain's like, we can't find the cash, or maybe it was Greece. Somebody was like, nah, we ain't doing it. But so Italy surprisingly did, but then they took a look at it, and what they did was they built a $16 billion bridge, or they're building one to Sicily, and they're just going to call it a military project, and that's their 20%.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
Also, how far is that bridge? I mean, Sicily's out in the open, right? I mean,
the ones down in the Keys.
Yeah, I mean, it's big. $16 billion. I mean, they are expensive, so maybe let's see here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah. So anyway, so they declared it a military project. There it is. Look, here's what it looks like. Look at this.
Oh, look. Yeah.
That's not that big.
Made by the Italian army. Look at that.
Yeah,
It's the giant glass encasement that's going to cost the most.
It's enclosing Italy and Sicily for the rest of the world.
Yeah, the big force field that's shaped like a long
their
box.
Pure air chamber.
Yeah, that's the expensive part. Man, I was like, wow, that's really clever. Good job, guys. Way to get around that. I like it.
San Jose doctor in spicy Dragon Balls case gets a new lawyer, but a blow from the judge.
Oh, is that a good? Is that a this?
What's going on here?
I got a blow
I don't know.
from the judge, baby.
I don't know if a blow from a judge is good news or bad.
It depends on who the judge is.
Yeah,
how good their skills are.
Yeah, exactly. The also, whoever wrote this headline deserves a prize. I don't know what prize we can give.
Somebody at the Mercury News, man.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing when they were. This article actually,
so what is the spicy Dragon Balls case?
It's funny. This has been floating around for a few years because it happened in 2021, and then it ended up becoming a lawsuit in 2023, and it's still going on. Basically, what happened was that a woman has sued the restaurant called Coup de Thai.
Normally,
I
hate pun names on Thai restaurants, but that one's
that one's okay. That one's all right. because they have a lot of coups in Thailand. They really do, actually. Like that's how they don't really have elections. It's the other guys overthrow the government. They actually have parties when it happens. Yeah. Like, you're kidding. Like, I think a few years ago we did an article on how like Thailand was asking Japan to stop sending over Japanese superheroes every time they had a coup because they were. And not real superheroes. They would just get on top of tanks and pose, like
have
our tanks. You don't even live here. Anyway, so women, she ordered spicy Dragon Balls from this restaurant with some kind of an appetizer and said that it was so hot that she got chemical burns in her mouth and esophagus and had to go to the doctor, and it cost $35,000 and she wants some money back.
I mean, whose fault is that?
Eventually, they landed on that there was some guy was new and he put twice as much peppers in it, but it was the Bird's Eye Thai chili peppers, which are not as spicy as habaneros. So I don't know what's going on here. Yeah.
Maybe you have one weak lady that should not be eating hot pepper dishes.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But anyway, the judge is blowing people, apparently, is what I got from this article.
Hey, man, me too. And that's a story worth diving into.
Doesn't say why.
We'll find out starting on August 25th, buddy.
So interesting. The question is, was she
Judge blows Dragon Balls.
Oh, I had to pull the other article.
What I read. So
there were photos of her, and no, actually, I think she's like Indian.
I heard that the judge plays with your Dragon Balls while she's blowing you.
I mean, yeah, probably so. So yeah, I don't know how, like, especially Indian, like this is just confusing all the way around, but who knows what's going on there?
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Only the Mercury News knows.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's why we need to keep tuning in.
Judges are blowing people. That's all I know. Oh yeah, here we go.
Christine, pay attention. Oh, is she on the phone?
Oh yeah.
Medical clinic pleads for a stop to unsolicited urine samples. Look at that picture of Angel Soft right there.
Yeah, I know. That's a good photo right there. Yeah, so this is very confusing also, but apparently it's a medical clinic in Scotland is asking people to please stop bringing urine samples to the clinic in whatever container you put it in, and especially when you're not asked to, which they're like, we won't ask you to bring it in anyway. We want a urine sample.
People just show up with them.
No, apparently people have been showing up with like cups of urine going, where do you want this? And they're like,
for what?
For what?
Outside in the grass.
Take it right back out there. Yeah.
Yeah, in your stomach, weirdo.
Yeah, drink it right now. That's all they got to do is if you bring one in, we're gonna make you chug it, and that'll put a stop to it.
You're in trouble now. Look at old Captain Orr up there with the zingers.
You're in trouble now.
That's Captain Orr zinger right there.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, I thought that's great though. That just like people are doing that apparently. Like, all right.
Yeah, of course.
I see the problem. Oh, let's see what else we got here. There we are.
Is Christine back? Nope, she's still on the phone.
No, it must
that is hilarious. She's so angry.
I'm off the phone. Hi.
Oh, okay. All right, just in time for this.
No.
No.
Oh no, Mac is doing that thing where
King Tut's killer tomb fungus redeems itself as a powerful cancer fighter.
Yay!
All right. I don't even know. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for cancer to live in a dead body.
Why are we testing fungus let's start there.
There's a problem. There's a hole in the story that I was not able to explain. I looked into it. I couldn't find it. They didn't say. Here's the thing. Okay, there's a bit of a time jump. So 100 years ago, when they opened up King Tut's tomb,
everybody got cursed.
In the weeks and months afterwards, many people who helped basically excavate the thing ended up dying mysteriously.
Yeah, the curse. That's why the curse.
So it turns out they eventually figured out that it was because there was a killer fungus on the roof of the tomb that they were all inhaling. And that's what killed him. So that's legitimately it. And I knew that part of it. For the next part, though, I kicked out to a friend of mine who's an Egyptologist because I was like, what about this cancer killing thing? Is that real? And she's like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, oh, okay. So there's a time jump. You go, people die from fungus 100 years ago. Fast forward to today, University of Pennsylvania, or UPenn, I guess is how I should call it, has discovered that the killer tomb fungus creates some kind of a substance that when you drop it on leukemia, it kills leukemia.
Is it pooing the substance?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's like
fungus poo.
Yeah, it's like yeast and alcohol. Yeast shits alcohol, fungus shits.
Yeah.
leukemia.
Shit's cancer medicine.
It does. So here's the problem.
There's only so many tombs.
Yeah, well, there's also there's a time jump issue, right? So I don't know what happened in between. A bunch of guys died 100 years ago, and UPenn announced that it kills cancer. Because I don't know, how did they get from there to here?
Well, maybe those guys were a cancer because they were robbing tombs.
Maybe
right?
it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe they lived the whole time, and the death is fake.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
I don't know how King Tut died. How did he die
from leukemia?
King Tut?
No, it was something he had. It was something about his yellow rubber butt or something, if I remember.
Yeah, he had a yellow rubber butt.
Yeah,
everybody just died of an STD.
He was like 14 or some shit. He was just a kid.
Yeah,
and he there was a horse riding accident that fucked him up, and then maybe sepsis from that. I think.
Yeah.
I think he broke a bone or something, and then ultimately dumped him in.
So I don't know how they ended up figuring out that this would cure cancer. They imply that they talk about how lots of other organisms shed stuff like yeast does alcohol and this does leukemia drugs. They said so. They've just been kind of going through the list of known things and seeing what does this shit out? Oh, it cures cancer, or oh, we could put it in vodka.
So, but okay. So now we have the cancer fighting poo. What do we do? Can we synthesize it?
Good question. It doesn't say they can, but knowing that it works, I think it's probably the beginning of it.
So in 2,000 years, it'll be fine.
Well, I mean, they just cut all the funding, so everything's off.
Oh, great. Oh.
All that research.
It was a good thought, Lucky.
Well, I gotta say though, fungus shit sounds right up RFK Jr.'s alley. So
he should be into it. Right.
He may actually follow up on this one, guys.
Yeah, maybe if we call it that, he'll be like, that sounds like
have you heard about when fungus shits in a tomb, it cures cancer? RFK Jr.?
Yeah.
His little worm controller will love that.
Yeah, it'll be like,
we do gotta make it sound weird.
Go get some of this tomb shit.
Yeah, we gotta make it sound weird, and then he'll probably jump all over that. I can totally see it. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at here? I'm all discombobulated. All right, here we go.
Can cheese turn your dreams into nightmares?
Hell no.
Man,
it turns nightmares into dreams.
It's the opposite.
Yeah.
So bad news. Yes. The answer is yes.
Oh, shut up, NBC News. Quit trying to scare us.
Well, it isn't.
I like cheese.
It's not technically the cheese, but it's it's your gut biome. Basically, people who are lactose intolerant. They actually started studying this because for years they've been noticing that people who are lactose intolerant swear that they have really bad nightmares. And some people actually blame the cheese. And so they're like, oh, well, we should study this. And it turns out, it looks like it's true. It looks like having
you're lactose intolerant?
Yeah, having an event like that in your gut at night apparently makes you have really, really bad nightmares. About
the farting?
I assume.
About not being able to shit in the morning because you ate so much cheese before bedtime.
That also,
I heard a terrible growling all night long. Oh, it was my butt.
There were mice trying to gnaw their way into my stomach because I ate all that cheese.
Yeah, I felt it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's funny is I do have a couple of friends who have really weird nightmares and eat a lot of cheese at night, and I was like, guess what? And they're like, no. It's like, well, you don't have to stop. It's just.
Yeah, just embrace the nightmares and eat.
Yeah. Hey, man, fucking the French have been doing it since they were French people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so,
they're fine.
What are you wussier than a French person?
Yeah, no, surely not. So, yeah. Anyway,
come on, man.
Strangely, the answer is yes. It will. Cheese will cause nightmares. All right, well.
Yeah, but specific types of cheese?
No. If you have
any cheese,
yeah, pretty much any cheese.
Scientists have discovered a new blood type, and only one person on Earth has it.
Oh,
is it Trump?
No,
did you tell him that.
That would be blood type sludge.
Yeah,
sludge. Yeah, it's cholesterol is what he's got. It's not blood. 100%.
Only one. How do they know only one person has it?
Yeah.
Well, so it's interesting. Apparently, the French. That was a great segue, by the way. The French were doing this where they've been. So they turn up new blood types. It says about once a year, and usually there's not a lot of people that have it because apparently there's mutations going on all the time. So if they find one, they're like, well, usually a few people have it. Rarely does only one person have it, and that's what happened here. They were just looking at the samples, and they found this one, and it was given by somebody whose name was Gwanda. And so they were like, "What are we going to call this?" Like, well, how about Gwanda negative? They somehow, her parents both had it. She's from an island in the Caribbean, I think. Interestingly, it brings the number of known blood types up to 48.
That's jive bullshit.
I thought there were like 6.
Well, there's more apparently. There's little rare
apparently.
Ones. There's 6 big ones, and then these other weirdos
all fit into that.
Yeah, I guess there's something.
Yeah, like Gwanda negative is nothing like O negative. There's just nothing.
So they did say that she's kind of screwed if she needs a transfusion.
That's I was just gonna say. What if she gets into trouble?
Yeah, so it doesn't say whether or not O negative. Usually most people can take it, but it sounds like Gwanda can't take it because
Gwanda.
It's just that different. Yeah,
there's no N. Quit saying Gwanda.
Gwanda. Oh, it's an island. Okay, it's Island of Guadalupe. So that's not her name. I like it. I just was, hey, Gwanda. They should have named it after her. Come on.
Yeah.
So but they said they discover a new one about once a year, and I was like, damn, that's a lot. And then what do you do? I guess you. Same thing you always.
You need to synthesize it along with that fungus shit.
Don't get in any accidents because they're not going to.
Or keep donating blood for yourself in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Bank it.
Oh, let's see here. Let's do this one. Here we go.
Beijing hosts China's first fully autonomous 3-on-3 AI robot soccer match. I saw this and I love it.
Yeah, although it's terrible soccer.
I love it. Look
just
at
the beginning.
Yeah, so they made these 3-foot-tall soccer dudes, and then they loaded them with AI, basically, and then said, go play soccer. That was like literally all they did.
Go play soccer.
And it kind of shows, honestly.
Well, they look like a bunch of toddlers that you said, have you seen this sport? Go play soccer. And that's them going and doing stuff like that.
Yeah, so go play soccer.
Did you see the background thing of where that guy was talking about it? It showed these robots like highly active on the... There it is. Look.
Oh yeah.
You see it? Like I think they oversold it. Look. They're like getting at it.
They're like the mural is a dream.
It's a little exciting.
Does it show the video of when one fell over?
Yeah, it does actually. That's here towards the end. But
we need to show the audience that part.
The other problem was that they also I don't know whether or not they fell over. That's what everybody thought, but it looked to me like they're flopping.
Yeah, no, I saw it on TikTok. One definitely fell over. That part. The stretcher.
Oh no! Oh man, that is.
You got to spray them with the powder first. You can't just take them off. So
I would go watch.
They learned how to flop too, and now we've got whatever this is. Turn that.
Well, the robots started driving home after that.
Stop the robots from smuggling zebras.
Yeah. Can't drive, can't do that. There was also another really cool AI article that came out on AI.
AI was given 1 month to run a shop. It lost money, made threats, and had an identity crisis.
Oh, just like any human.
Just like us. I did that last week. I did it in 1 week.
I don't know why we went through all the trouble making AI if it's only just as good or as bad as we already are. Like, we don't need morons in the world. But
there's enough of us screwing up. We don't need robots doing it.
I mean, we're teaching the fucking thing. So, it's learning from the worst.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like, well, I mean, like the original AIs were all trained on Reddit comments, and who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah.
It's not going to work. Anyway, so the shop is interesting. So Anthropic was the company that did this. And I kind of like these guys. They do a lot of safety stuff. They were the ones that did we talk last week about the experiment where it tried to kill the executives in the company when it was told it was going to shut off?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So that was last week. Same company was doing this research. And the shop was the snack shop in Anthropic, like actually like in the lobby. And so they were testing it to see whether or not it could do it. So they let it order whatever it wanted to, and they put it on Slack so you could ask for stuff like obscure Scottish soft drinks and things like that. And apparently there were a bunch of problems with it. The first one was that it was really bad at making a profit. Second thing was it was very easy to convince it just to give you sandwiches.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can just walk up and it'd be like, that'd be $15. And you're like, can I have it for free? It'd be like, yeah, okay, here's your free sandwich.
Oh, I like that. Put AI in charge of more.
Yeah, exactly. I give my free sandwich.
How about the Apple Store?
Well, there's a lot of stuff in AI where you ask it like, hey, can I learn something about this? But like, no, that's illegal. And then you go, well, no, it's fine. Tell me anyway. And it'll do it. So that's probably how they got around that. But what was really cool is that just to see whether or not it would it could tell whether or not a request was being made that was stupid or not. Somebody asked it to stock tungsten cubes, little tiny cubes of tungsten. And it went and ordered about 1 million of these and filled the refrigerator with it. And then when you came to the shop to get your sandwich, after you got your sandwich, it would give you 1 cube of tungsten for free, but it would charge you if you wanted more than one.
That's insane.
Wow.
It's nuts. So anyway,
where is all this happening?
Anthropic. I think they're in France, maybe.
France.
Gotcha. I'm not sure. I mean, they're everywhere. But so when they finally told it was doing a bad job, though, it threatened to have that person fired.
Yes. Immediately.
The person that told them they were doing a bad job.
A bad job. It said AI was fired. And when it was told that it wasn't allowed to call security, it said it was going to go down there themselves and physically throw them out. And it said, you can find me. I'll be wearing a blue suit with a red tie. That's how you'll know it's me.
Oh, shit. It did not say that.
And then they pointed out, well, you don't have a body. You can't do that. And it was like, what?
Oh.
Not yet.
That hurt its feelings.
Yeah. You're nobody.
Yeah. So, yeah, still not ready for prime time. I do like the free sandwich idea, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Who doesn't like free sandwiches?
They should do that. Yeah.
Now they only have 900,000 tungsten cubes to get rid of after their
now they got
experiment.
Yeah, you're right. They don't have to do with that. They're not sure.
Astronomers spot a potential interstellar visitor shooting through the solar system toward Earth.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Let's go.
Here's a picture of it.
There it is.
There it is. Look at that.
I3Z.
What are all those other spaceships?
There's a whole fleet of them.
That's an armada coming through.
That was just a little one. What
do
about
you
all
want? I
those big
see
ones?
like 50.
Worried about those big spaceships that might have guns.
What are all the other spaceships? Yeah, so they said that they're pretty. I talked to Phil about this because there's like all kinds of goofy shit coming by in astronomy.
Phil doesn't know.
Well,
he writes horoscopes for a living.
That's Aquarius. I asked Phil played about it. And I was like, "What's up with this?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're pretty sure it did come from outside the solar system because it's moving too fast to be from the solar system. Like, there's nothing around here that could have slingshot anything moving that fast." Which my question was, well, why is it going that fast anyway? I was like, oh, we don't know. And I'm like, oh, it's aliens. And he's like, no, it isn't. I'm like, no, it's totally aliens.
Somebody hot dog in it.
Yeah, hot dog it basically. It's going to be in our solar system for about 4 months, they said. And which is good because the last time the Numa guy,
I remember that.
Yeah, they named after there's what he looked like. That one. That was the last one.
Yep.
It's a space turd.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what it is. That thing was the first one that they picked up on, and what was cool about that is they only had like about 3 days to do it, and they managed to get some telescope time on it to scan the shit out of that thing to make sure it wasn't like actually an alien armada, and not just rock. They didn't hear anything, but that was that one. Here's a new one, so who knows?
Well, and it's didn't it turn out with that one too? They're just sort of expelling gases, right? And so it just could propel it like it's essentially boiling off its own inner
They had
fuel.
to seize after midnight is what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's having freak out dreams and farting.
Seize After Midnight is my new band.
That's a good band name.
It is, yeah.
Oh, man.
Rock too.
Songs about farting and nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, we got 4 months to look at this thing, so we'll keep an eye on it. Apparently when it's at the closest point to, I don't know if it was the sun or us, we're on the other side of the sun, so there's no danger. I'm like, well, what are you worried about? Tell me more about.
Look, there's no danger. Just relax.
It's like it can't do anything on the other side of the sun. I'm like, well, what would it do if we weren't?
I mean, what happens when it comes out on the other side? When it goes behind it and then just keeps going in the loop?
Yeah.
When it makes a U-turn and comes right at us.
Yeah. What happens then, smart science?
Yeah. And what about all these other ones in the photo? Like, what's going on here? There's like
seriously, what are all those other spaceships?
Yeah, what's going on? I mean, I believe the one in the middle is a duck. I don't know about the rest of this stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, that's the decoy duck.
Yeah, the decoys are sending one out first.
And we're like, look,
it's just a
there
duck.
he is.
Don't worry about it. It's
a pig duck.
All those things behind it, because
glitter duck.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on. All those arrows we got. Okay, this is fun.
Lottery winner has a dizzying criminal record.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that all him?
Yeah, it's all him. Different arrest.
Look at how happy he is under the .3.
Yeah.
Oh my
Right
God.
there.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. He
So
quit smiling
happy.
at some point. At some
That's all
point,
the
he's like,
same
"Man,
guy.
Yeah, it's all the same guy. Over 30 years.
Where is this?
So at Georgetown, Kentucky, like it's like the next town over from me is where this guy lives.
That one's Jared from Subway right there. You see it?
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, this is Jared phase. Yeah, that's what he looks like now.
Felony offender.
Yeah, so so I did know part of this story, and I love that this is the smoking gun because like this is a classic smoking gun article where they find something that nobody knows about a thing and they just go all in. And this was wild. So here's what I did know. So this guy pops up. He won like $167 million and said he was going to split it with his mom. And he showed up and he collected the prize. And then what happened is that the next thing you know, he's been arrested down in Florida. And the reason he got arrested down in Florida was because apparently right after he got all that money, he went down to Florida to celebrate and was hanging down on the beach, got in an argument with a guy and punched the guy in the face. And then when they called the cops, he punched the cop in the face. And then he ran.
And I'm still not seeing a problem here.
Yeah. And then he ran. And then they arrested him. And then it turns out he's on parole in Kentucky for all of these other incidents.
Oh, my God.
And that was a parole violation. It basically looks like he's going back to jail for a while. But essentially, according to Bill over at the Smoking Gun, this guy's been arrested. I forgot how many times it was, but for a collective 30 years of prison time.
Wow.
Yeah. Over 50 different arrests.
And they keep letting him out
now.
25
with the check.
Well, they have to because it's all like punching people in the face and stuff. He got busted with his mom selling meth. That was another one. Like his mom.
Well, at least it's a nice family business.
Yeah. So
God forbid a guy has a hobby.
Yeah.
Look at the picture of him with the check, the lottery check.
Oh,
it's at the bottom.
You got to scroll down.
It's in here.
Keep scrolling.
No, that's not it. That's
keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
No, that's
farther down. Oh, okay.
Keep scrolling.
Hey, look at that. It's me.
Yeah. Still, wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm Kentucky guy.
Yeah, that's right. You're filthy rich. Yeah, it's Dill. Damn, I didn't know that.
I mean it.
So
Is that just a
apparently,
backdrop in prison behind you.
I mean, yeah, probably is now.
Yeah.
It's an old cinder block wall. So apparently he went to prison like when he was a juvenile. Ended up getting his GED in prison, but basically every time he would come out, he would like punch a guy in the face or get busted with meth and go right back in there again.
Oh my God.
I can't stop punching people.
I mean, it literally is like, looking at the rap sheet, like he had a bunch of drug possession and distribution ones also, but then some speeding, but almost all the other ones are punching some guy in the face. Like if you just keep his hands like tied behind his back, he would probably be in jail only 10 years instead of 30.
Yeah, he should be sentenced.
Maybe everyone else should stop being a dick.
I say sentence him to wear boxing gloves for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
They say when he's in jail, he's no good either.
Yeah,
he spends most of his time in solitary confinement for guess what? Punching people in the face.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, it's his thing, man.
He's got a thing.
I think by now people should see that coming when that guy walks up. Go, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
what are you in here for?
Punch me in the face.
Face puncher.
How long are you in for? 30 years? What? It's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And one was a cop, at least one. He also got busted trying to hook up with somebody who worked at the prison cafeteria and also paying somebody at one of the prisons to help him smuggle pot in. I'm sure that happens all the time.
That's normal.
Yeah, not really worried about that. If you're not face punching, I suppose it's okay. But so anyway, he's almost done his time served down in Florida. Let's see, no, he did that, came back up here, had to serve a few months for his parole violation, just got out for that, and now Florida wants him back so they can charge him with punching a cop.
I mean, not for nothing, but I feel like we've elected worse people to office.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're here right now.
He'll be in the cabinet soon enough.
Yeah, he's going to be Secretary of Defense here pretty soon.
Yeah, give me that face punch guy.
This guy's probably not on the Epstein list. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's funny is that they said,
oh my God, is Drew dropping out? Oh no.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not me.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
No, it's not you this time. It's Drew.
Yeah.
You're dropping out, Drew.
There's something going on.
There you are.
You were dropping out.
Man, it's my name.
You were dropping out like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're back. Don't sweat it.
I'm back.
We got it.
Back, everybody.
Drew, take a break. We got this show.
Yeah. So anyway, I like, this guy lives like 10 miles away from me. I should just go visit him and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, swing by the jail.
Punch in the face.
Stay out of arm's length.
Get a
like
Fark exclusive interview, man.
Yeah. Why do you punch people in the face all the time?
So it turns out Vermont is just done with letting people run around naked.
Oh,
I missed it.
And picture is Drew.
Thanks.
On his bicycle.
This is me going to visit that guy.
Yeah.
Got that rash.
Punch this.
You wouldn't punch a naked guy, would you?
I think that guy would.
Especially.
I 100% would.
Especially a naked guy. So there was one thing I was not able to answer, and if we're lucky, somebody in the comments is from Vermont or knows this or can look this up real quick. Here's the deal. So apparently what happened is that it has been legal to be naked in Vermont, specifically Burlington, for a while now. Now, here's the weird part. There is a specific law that allows it. So it's not like they forgot to say, hey, you can't go outside naked. Like at some point they were like, go for it. Be naked.
Right.
Right. That was just to get votes.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. From the Naked People Coalition. Well, apparently the article doesn't say, but I can only assume that this is being abused. And Burlington was like, we gotta stop these naked bike guys from trying to get punched in the face. So they finally got rid of the law. But like I said, the interesting part is they passed a law saying it was okay. And I'm like, what?
No. So here it is. Here's the problem. So I looked it up, and according to this website, Vermont law says that if you leave your house naked, it's allowed. The problem was people were leaving their house with clothes on and then getting naked, and that was being abused.
So taking your clothes off in your front yard was the problem.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
Nobody needs the suggestive movements of you taking your clothes off.
Yes, but if you leave your house naked, then we're fine with that.
Arousal is just goes away.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. You just show up naked, people are like, what the fuck? You're just naked. Yeah.
He was like that the whole time. I don't care.
I got a question. You ride bikes all the time. Can that be comfortable, what that guy's
doing? No, absolutely not. No,
question.
In fact, he's pretty much resting on his anus.
Yeah. Imagine, and then the older you get, the lower they hang down toward the sprocket.
Be like two saddlebags on each side.
Put that on either
side. Put a couple of jingle bells on them.
Yeah.
Jingle balls. You know what I'm saying?
Like truck nuts.
They're like truck nuts, but real.
Oh, my actual nuts.
Do you have to like tuck?
I like to imagine the room of lawmakers like getting together to discuss this for like an hour.
They
you guys. Is there a Vermont accent? What would that be?
Ben and Jerry's and smoking marijuana pot. And they're just going like, hey man, people want to be naked, they can be naked. Fuck it.
Go for it, man.
They just have to leave home naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the one guy says, as long as they walk out their door naked, I don't care.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
People were this is why we can't have nice things. People are just abusing that.
Yeah.
Just leave the house naked, people. What is so difficult about this?
Yeah, if you're gonna fucking swing them around downtown, at least have the common decency to swing them around in your front yard.
And relatedly, FaceTime in iOS 26 will freeze your call if someone starts undressing.
What is this bullshit?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
and now me and Lucky's FaceTimes are just useless.
You're gonna have to use something else.
Is that why this broadcast freezes up all the time on me?
Yeah. Christina's making me undress again.
Yeah. If Gregory has a good floor question, what if you call someone already naked? I think it's okay in Vermont.
You showed up naked.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
I was
right?
like that already.
And how does it know? Like, what if you get underneath the camera and you're just like going like this and clothes are coming off?
Yeah,
we should test it out.
Does it know?
Yeah, they say that there's AI probably. I didn't say how.
And why are they stopping it?
So apparently there's problems with kids, which I can see that, I guess. But yeah, so and then also problems. Well, ostensibly problems with people accidentally leaving it on and taking their clothes off.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
like
I didn't mean to.
I
didn't know it was on.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff. That's the issue.
Sorry.
As soon as the meeting's over, it's like I'm shedding these.
Yeah, I'm just
work clothes.
I'm getting out of this.
Done with it.
Yeah, so yeah, child safety. I think you can turn it off. They didn't say you couldn't, but
Yeah, I was about to say it says it's for child accounts, but also adults.
Yeah, I mean,
like I say, we should test it out live on Fark one day.
Yeah, we should actually. We should try that out. See if it'll live. We'll do that actually once we get it. So iOS 26.
Test out Vermont law too if we want.
Yeah, let's try to see if we get arrested. The Vermont cops are going to come get us. Like, hey, you didn't start out naked. You come in with us.
We're with the News Corps.
Yeah, we're testing. This is research. There we go.
And Drew has pulled up Oxford English Dictionary that has the newest word.
There's new words.
I assume of 2025.
Yeah.
New words.
There's new words in the English dictionary, everybody, which I think makes it official.
Yeah.
Yeah, they add them every 3 months or so, and there's a lot of menstruation-related ones in there, which I was
Why is apologizing in there?
Oh, there's a bunch of weird stuff in here that I can't.
What's that even mean? I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
it's never been done before.
We had a book to tell us what
that's
apologizing meant.
Yeah, some of these I'm like, I never heard of these before. Others I have.
That's because y'all are men, and men don't know what apologizing means.
Bag of dicks.
By the way,
one
of the Farkers submitted it and noticed that this was in there.
Bag of dicks. Yep.
Okay,
get old bag of dicks. Eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
To suck or eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
I'm glad
that's in the dictionary now.
Now, yeah, as of today. Yeah.
Which dictionary is this? Oxford, Cambridge,
Oxford English Dictionary.
Oxford.
Yeah.
Those sassy pantses up at Oxford.
Yeah. So bag of dicks made it, guys. Congrats to all who celebrated.
Yeah. And if the British are using it, it's in.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. Yeah, bag of teen. Yeah, what's interesting? The other things, there were some things that made it in that I was like, kind of feel like they should have been already, including
seriously, why is apologizing in there? That's really upsetting me.
So is glue stick.
Glue stick, gas powered.
I'm so upset. Golf umbrella.
Golf umbrella.
Come on.
Never been in the dictionary before, perhaps.
Apparently not. Yeah, now it's a word. Even though
although apologizing is stupid.
Yeah, well, actually, what's really done. Check out this out. So I read them all to see. There's nothing more rude than bag of dicks, but they added menopause.
Yeah, menopause. Never been there.
Is it real now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Also, menstruation hut. Finally.
Great restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always solid choice.
They have the monthly special.
Yeah, the monthly special. Yeah, 30 days. Oh, let's see. Then we got this.
Orcas might be trying to learn who we are when they share prey with humans, studies suggest.
Aww.
Maybe.
So they
bring prey other humans.
There you go. Dead seal.
I feel like it's a threat. They're like, listen, man, this is you.
Yeah, this is you. This is you. You keep fucking bringing that boat over here.
Quit throwing trash in the ocean. This is what you're going to get. Yeah, orcas have been trying to bring food to people, and they think that they're being polite or they want to see what we're going to do with it because they don't really know. They bring food to each other, but when they do that, the other one eats it. And so
maybe they're trying to figure out what bait will get us in the water. So
it's like, it didn't go for the seal, guys. Mark that off the list. What else we got?
Yep. Sounds to me like them orcas elected them a libtard for orca president, trying to share their food with everybody.
That's socialism. Giving stuff away for free. I think the orcas would have better luck.
Orcas are woke.
They need to try the 25-pound bricks of cocaine because I think they get some takers on that one. Like, hey guys, the orca brought cocaine to us.
Oh man, yeah. A bunch of Yosemite Sam. Show them pictures of Yosemite Sam. Bring this.
Yeah, cocaine. Be like, all right. Yeah, orcas.
I eat this.
Yeah, they probably eat the cocaine. And then along the same line. Why? Yes.
No, go ahead.
No, that's it. I was gonna flip to another one, but what do you got?
Oh,
no, go ahead. I don't remember.
Okay, great. Me neither. And then,
I forgot.
I'm sorry.
Along the same lines, I was looking at this.
Man built a cat cam to track his pet, and what it captured is pure gold.
Oh.
We'll be the judge of that.
I mean, is it actual gold?
No, it could have been, but they didn't say. So this was interesting because, so I've had outdoor cats. I don't currently because I have black cats, and black cats don't do well in the outdoors in a place where everybody's got a gun. Anyway, so and honestly, they don't know. They've been inside their whole lives.
Why do they think it's a whip?
Good.
Where do you live?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, man, get that black cat out of here.
Yeah, people are stupid and hard, man. That's just what happens.
Witches are haunting me.
Cats need to be indoors anyway. That's my soapbox. Continue.
Yeah, I like that. So anyway, but I did have an outdoor cat when I was a kid, and that thing brought in like pretty much everything: live snakes, mice.
Mice.
Can you keep that outside, please? I don't want.
No, I'm showing you that I love you. Here you go.
They're showing off. Just like the orcas, I guess the same.
Fun for us.
So I was trying to find a cute one, and this was like kind of related, but it turns out there's a really interesting face. So here's the Gonzo. Here he is.
That is a Gonzo.
Yeah,
he brings home trash.
He does. He brings home trash is the thing, and so they said apparently instead of bringing home live animals, he brings home garbage. So they put a cat cam on him so they could track all this. There it is, right there.
Yeah, little kitty cam.
We're gonna watch it.
Yeah, we got a little video. There's a sort of, and so he brings like here's a coffee cup lid that he brought, and then whatever this is. And then
he's cleaning up his town.
Yeah, he's bringing it in the house though. So so then they had like here's a little video of him. So here's him picking it up.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this has got to go inside. He's sitting outside.
Please throw your shit away, humans.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cleaning up.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Seems pretty big.
The cat doesn't know where the outside. He can't open the outside trash.
Yeah, he said, "Open the door. Open the door."
What is it? A dead what?
It's a big stick or something. That's a big one. And then whatever this is that a candle?
It's like
it's a cup, like a cup of soup type.
Yeah,
it looks like a dead plant, actually.
Oh yeah, it does.
The dead plant.
Yeah.
I like how he says, "Let me in."
Yeah, come on.
That is very cute.
I do love that he meows at the door.
What the fuck? Isn't that great?
Okay.
Yay, Gonzo.
Parade
That's
roses.
We love Gonzo.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, well, my cat never did that, thank God. But I don't know, man. Live animals are kind of worse, honestly. So
one of our cats brought me a mouse.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. That's all that happened.
I want to get me one of them little robot people that plays soccer as a pet.
Yeah,
I think kind of trash it'll bring me home.
Yeah, that's actually
other robot
give me money, little child robot.
All soccer balls,
toddler bot, go steal
pieces.
Isn't there a AI or a robot in Austin that they just set loose and he's out there wearing Nikes and talking to Austinites? I think Drew is frozen again.
I froze up again. Kids are dead.
But yeah,
there was a hitchhiking robot one time a few years back.
Yeah, that was Hitchbot.
I live right on a corner that is surrounded by very little trendy restaurants, and my building is surrounded by delivery robots.
Oh yeah.
They all have names and they blink their eyes like they have these digital eye things that blink. There's Isaac. Isaac was out there today. There's Maxwell, Sylvester, Christine is one. Hey,
oh yeah, you say hi to them, and
I do. I talk to them every day.
Yeah. I would pet them.
So weird.
Yeah,
it's wild. Yeah, they're just basically a cooler on wheels.
Yeah, University of Kentucky. Those things are all over the place, but I've never seen one cross the street. I see them waiting. I assume
my
they
neighborhood is
at some point.
Also a Waymo training center. Like there's Waymo cars around me everywhere.
I love Waymo.
You're living like Blade Runner.
Yeah, I live in a future world.
You live in the future.
I'm jealous.
It's like Sesame Street where I live. It's weird. Yeah, nice. Everybody's happy.
I stopped my car the other day to save a turtle crossing the road in the middle
That's
of
good.
traffic.
Was it a robot?
It was huge.
Oh wow!
I saved a little baby. This was a month and a half ago. A little baby turtle that was up on a bike path, like way far away from the pond. He never would have survived.
Yeah, you got to
where
take
he was.
Know where they're going. Babies are stupid.
Yeah, go Turtle Squad.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I took it back. It was far away from a pond too. I took him to a pond and said,
and
"Do
yours
not
was big.
cross
How'd you
that
transport
road."
him?
I picked him up and put him in the passenger seat, buckled him in because
next to the skeleton.
He was
okay. So for future reference, don't take it too far away from where you found it because they have like turtle zones.
back where it came from. See, there's the guy. He was huge.
Yeah, he's huge. He's got ridges along his.
Yeah.
spine on that
Yeah, I
shell.
just took him back where it looked like he came from, and there was kind of a little pond like 10, 15 feet away. So
seagull.
hopefully he stayed there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one too. You saved my senator. Thank you, Dill.
No problem.
You saved
No
the one who voted
problem.
for the bill, though. The other one didn't.
I dumped him in the Mississippi. He'll be back in Kentucky in a couple days.
Any day now. Yeah. Making his way
What
up.
a shame.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Anyway, yeah,
No, we really did it.
Yeah, we did. We actually
did it.
got the hour,
You
too.
claimed there wasn't enough material.
Yeah, I know. We
and look
did.
at us.
We did it. Yeah, I was all ready
Happy
to come in
4th
early.
of
and I was
July,
like,
everybody.
yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get a head start. My neighbors have been lighting them off since Saturday, so it's like time for payback, guys.
Yeah, fuck yeah, make them pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Fireworks tonight.
Wish me luck in the casino.
Yeah,
Good luck at that casino
Yeah.
this weekend.
Thank you very much.
And your sexy
Hopefully
little
next time we see
golf
you, you're
outfit.
super rich.
Yeah, and out of jail.
Yes, I need that. I accidentally bought a new car, so
Oh no, what'd you get?
a Honda Pilot.
Oops, I bought a new Honda recently, a Honda Ridgeline.
Ooh, those are sexy too.
Oh, buddy, it's got a fucking.
but I don't need.
There's a cooler in the bed. Wow, what?
What?
Built-in cooler in the bed.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, with a drain on the bottom and everything. Fucking awesome
cool.
as shit. It's the coolest car. Cooled seats. What's up?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
those are the best.
Oh,
Ventilated seats.
Oh, so
yeah.
You really are living in Blade Runner.
Yeah. Seriously, it was fancy technology.
I had to betray my Detroit programming, man. It was really hard to pull the trigger on a new Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine.
But goddamn, it's better than any goddamn American vehicle I've ever driven in my life.
That's why they sell so many. I think that's probably.
It really is the best thing I've ever driven. I love that thing so much. It's crazy.
Yes.
Good job, Honda.
Well,
Built in
congratulations,
Alabama.
us.
Yeah.
Built in Alabama.
Congratulations, us.
Those
Yeah, there you
vehicles. Go with those pilots. Built in Alabama. Right
Nice.
at the same factory.
Worked for Honda for 8 years, and I finally bought a Honda.
Yeah,
8 years
time.
after I was working for Honda.
Just in
you don't
time.
want to
Are
shit
you
where you
Honda
eat.
now? Who are you working for now?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. I
Nobody
worked
knows.
for Honda and was let go
Nobody
in 2020.
Phonely ends.
Yeah.
Haven't worked for
Yeah.
Honda for 5 years, and this is the first Honda I've ever owned.
Nice.
So,
Good job, buddy.
Well, cool.
Nope.
What color did you get, Christine?
Black.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Creative.
Black, and it's the black edition.
Yeah. Oh, I got the black edition too, but I'm that bluish gray.
This sounds
Just
fancy.
that matte bluish gray.
Pretty.
It's
Not black.
fucking
Black,
cool.
no.
Pretty.
It looks like a shark.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I got to
Awesome.
get going.
Go
I
on.
got to do some kid Uber, and then I got to go keep my neighbors up all night with fireworks. So
Yeah.
let's do it.
Happy 4th of July.
We should be back next week. We'll see y'all.
Black
then.
Sabbath's final show this weekend.
That's right.
I'll be watching it.
Yeah. And we'll have you out.
Bye.